All right, continuing to wrap up 2025, I roped Kaylee into watching another 2025 film and even review it with me. This is Animale. Oh,
Animales? Animale. I don't
there's
know.
no S, that's for sure.
Animale. It's French.
um, so this is the movie that taught us that I guess French people have cowboys. I guess that's the thing.
Yeah, I don't know if they're. I don't think they're called cowboys, but like, this was a very interesting film because I had no idea that this culture was part of like French culture. Like I feel like every horror movie that we watch set in France or any film or anything that we see set in France, it's like in Paris or like in a bigger city, and it's got this like very specific kind of like I don't want to say European, but it just has this really specific vibe to it. Like, and this felt like such an interesting location. Like it's in the south, I assume. They're near the ocean, but then there's also kind of not really deserty, but like tundra. Is that the word for it? Where it's sort of deserty-ish, like um, very interesting, and yeah, like a cowboy aesthetic because it's all about like bull racers.
Yeah.
And so they have a bunch of bulls, and it's like their whole life, and everybody is wearing these like interesting little. They're not cowboy hats. They're like, I don't know, some kind of hat. They all wear the same kind of hat, and there's bull horns on everything, and it feels very Western,
Yes.
but it's not. It's like a very interesting vibe, and like I said, I had no idea that existed. So it was really cool to be exposed to that.
Yeah, I mean, of course, as Americans, cowboy culture is kind of like what we're known for, right?
Sure.
Like across the
Yeah.
world, everyone's like, them damn cowboys over
And
there.
we live in the West, and that's like in the West of like Western America,
Yeah.
the Southwest, I should clarify, which
Yeah.
is like
We got a lot of cowboys here.
that is the area like where all the cowboys are.
Yeah. So, anyway, putting that aside, so we have a woman here who is the only woman to be in bull racing, I guess. I don't know what the hell this thing's called. Essentially, you have a bull in the pen, and you have a bunch of racers, I guess. Runners.
They're runners. I think they call them runners. Yeah.
And they try to run in. They tie some stuff around the bull's horns, and people have to run in and try to grab it off the bull's horns without getting maimed and gored. And she's the first female to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Then people end up starting to die
Yeah.
from bull attacks in the area, which is not supposed to happen. Bulls are not supposed to attack while they're home, and they're trying to figure out why, and our main lady here is having some changes. Okay, I want to hear what you thought first.
I really love this movie. I was super into it. I really liked the vibe of everything. I loved the location, the scenery, like all of that. I thought was really cool, very unique. Again, like just being kind of like there's like coastal shots, and then just everything with the bulls and the animals. Really loved our protagonist. I felt she felt very relatable to me because she really like deeply cares about the animals. So that like kind of is an instant win for me. When it comes to a character, and I just loved everyone's performance. I loved the drama that was happening. I loved the horror aspect, which it is like this is definitely a film that we don't want to give away any spoilers because I think it's a really fun one to go into and see kind of what happens. And yeah, I loved the effects in this. There was some really cool
Stuff with
special
eyes.
effects, things with eyes, and just some really cool special effects that I really loved. And yeah, I felt like it was a really unique film in a lot of ways, for me at least. So yeah, I was super into it.
I think aesthetically the movie is beautiful.
Yeah.
I think it's very well shot. I think it's very well acted. I think it is a solid film overall. I think I think my main issue lies in the fact that the film is extremely predictable in what's going on and what it's trying to say and where it's heading. And I think all of that stuff is predictable. And because I find it to be so predictable, I felt the film drags a bit because it's kind of like, okay, we as the audience we get what's happening here. Like, we get what's going on. We get where this is heading. We get it. And you're not going to be surprised by anything that ends up happening or what it all is and all of that. I don't think... I mean, maybe some people would, but for the most part, any seasoned film watcher is going to very quickly put together what's going on and how this is going to play out and whatnot. And I just feel like we may not just get to it fast enough. Like, it just takes a long time to get to the inevitability of it. And I would have liked to have spent a little bit more time there.
Okay.
With that stuff, because it's just like it really does feel kind of like it doesn't feel like an escalation. It feels like you have the initial setup and then you get this kind of middle area which just kind of plods along a bit as it tries to hide what eventually is coming, while also at the same time, I think any person who's watched movies is going to be like, guys, come on, like, we get what's happening here. Like, can we get to that stuff already? Once we get there, I think it's good. I don't think we have like a tremendous payoff or anything, but there are some really cool aesthetic like shots with bowls and whatnot and out on the out in the fields and landscape type shots and all that stuff. Like, I think all that stuff is beautiful. I think it's a very well shot film, very beautiful film. And it's symbolic and metaphorical for a lot of different things. And I think all of that is achieved, what they set out to achieve. Right. So I'll give it good marks all around on all of that stuff. I just wish that we could have gotten to things and played around in them a bit more. I would have liked to have gotten more time. I'm dancing around what it is, and it's so fucking hard to do that. But once it's like fully revealed and it starts to happen, it's like, I wish we could have got to this maybe 20 minutes sooner.
I think that's fair. Personally, I don't feel like I really had that much of a problem with the pacing. I kind of liked the slowness of everything, and I don't want to say slow. I don't think it's a slow film, but I guess maybe a slower burn would probably be the best way.
Yeah.
It just didn't drag. Like, I think sometimes when you say slow, people are like, they have an idea, which for you it was like, it kind of dragged a little, but for me it didn't. It felt, I don't know, I was satisfied with everything, and I was just kind of soaking in the environment and the atmosphere and the culture, especially. Like, I was really fascinated with everything going on with this like bull racing culture that I just had like kind of no idea about. So for me, I like I said, I felt pretty satisfied, and I really liked it. I'm very happy we watched it.
Yeah, if you're sensitive to animal abuse,
I
would definitely.
There's definitely some scenes that I had to look away from because of a few things that happened to some animals in this. So, yeah. But it is plot relevant, for sure. It's not just kind of like gratuitous, unnecessary. No. It is important for the story. It's just, I personally really can't handle watching like animal deaths in films. So if I know they're coming, like if the scene is like ramping up to do something, I'm always like, tell me when it's over. So, yeah.
I also can say, and maybe I'd have to think more about this, but I was a little underwhelmed with the final reveal. I can't speak about this without spoilers.
Yeah.
So I don't know what else to say, but like, the final shot's really cool, and there's some stuff that happens with bulls in here, which I'm not really sure how they got the shots.
Yeah.
But those were cool. Um, I guess okay. Spoilers ish, very ish. For someone who doesn't care, you can stay. If you don't want to, you can leave. But really quick spoiler type stuff here. Maybe this will sell you on the movie more. Okay. Warning. This is a body horror film.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that you'll know where that goes when you're watching the movie. And as far as that body horror aspect of it, once it finally reveals itself, once we get to that, body change, at first I was happy. I was like, oh, cool. That's what I wanted to see. This is cool. I can't wait to see the full transformation. And then once the full transformation happens, I was kind of like, oh, that's a bummer. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to see something more unique, right? Not just something I've seen many, many, many times, right? You'll know it if you watch it. So that's it. I just wanted to say that, and I didn't know how, but other than to just continue to bumble and stumble and fall all over myself to try to not spoil things while making it make sense. That was fucking impossible. So there you go. Anything more?
No. Check it out. Definitely watch it.
Yeah. Just an FYI on this one. It is on sale to rent on Fandango at Home for $1.99. That's the cheapest place to watch it. So if you're gonna watch it right now, that's the cheapest place to look at it. Yeah. So save you a little money. Anyway.
Bye.